just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Hi there! If you're watching this video, it probably means you've made it to my vlog. Welcome! I'm so excited that you're here. Today I'm going to be interviewing the artist named Ava Lonergan. I just think it's going to be really fun and inspiring, and I'm just so excited. I hope y'all enjoy it. She should be here any minute now. Oh, there she is! Woo! Hello. Hello, and welcome to my vlog. I'm so excited to have you here. So nice to be here. Alright, so I thought we'd just start with an icebreaker. What's a fun fact about yourself? Hold on a second, sorry. I think my most fun fact is that I attended an all-boys boarding high school in rural central Virginia. So I was the only female student out of 400 male students. You know, every time I went to the student store to buy a Pop-Tart, the student store ladies, the women who worked there would say, "Ava, you're a rose amongst thorns." Oh, I love that! A rose amongst thorns. That is so good. Wow! Can you tell us what that was like, that experience? Well, overall, I had a great experience. You know, I would say ironically, my greatest challenge was finding a date for the formals every year. That's what they call the dances. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. That just about sums it up, I would say. And so does that unique experience ever play into your work? Can you talk about that? Yeah, I think that experience really honed my sense of humor. You know, you just can't make it through something like that if you don't have a sense of humor. So I really learned how to laugh at myself. I think that experience really kind of made me interested in gender. So I think my work is about gender. And I think it's about sexuality. So you studied photography at UVA, that's the University of Virginia. But you've mostly been making paintings in the last year. Can you tell us, like, why did you switch? Like, what is so great about painting? So with photography, you know, I really wanted to photograph people. I had a really hard time you know, asking people if I could take their photo, approaching them, directing them. So I just gave up. But you know, I recently in the past year discovered drawing and painting. And that was really exciting because I realized that I could conjure people up out of nowhere. What exactly is it about people that interests you? I mean, I would love to hear more. Let me start from the beginning. The first book I ever read all by myself was Afternoon on the Amazon, which is the 6th book in the Magic Treehouse series. So I'd say books were my first portal into the human condition, and they still are. I also danced for about 10 years when I was younger, and that kind of gave me a unique relationship to the human body. Early on, really learned like what the body's capable of. Some weird stuff. And then in primary school, every grade did a class play every year. And I continued theater throughout high school. That really allowed me to embody somebody other than myself and to physically become other characters, What have you been reading lately? Yeah, great question. I've been reading a lot of books about relationships and writing. What have you been reading recently? You know what? Let me tell you, I read a lot of erotica. I mean, significant. Erotica, cookbooks I love. And honestly, I love presidential biographies. I mean, those would be my top 3 genres. Yeah. I know it's like kind of a funny triad, but I just think it's all fascinating. Oh, is that right? And where does one find good erotica these days? Well, Barnes & Noble is just chock a block full of that 50 Shades of Grey shit, which I don't really want anything to do with. I spend a lot of time browsing Amazon. I mean, a lot of time, yeah. On Amazon. It's a black hole. So you find your erotica on Amazon? I find the erotica, the cookbooks, some of the presidential biographies, although not some of the lesser known ones, actually. My favorite control top pantyhose, my signature fragrance I find on Amazon, yeah. I bought an amazing vegetable steamer just the other day, and within 2 days, someone was knocking on my door. You know what? I answer the door. It wasn't even a person there. It was a drone. A drone. That drone was just clutching that vegetable steamer in its little claw. They're like carrier pigeons, really. It's quite cute, I think. Couldn't believe my eyes, to be honest, but, I guess that's where the world's heading these days, yeah. Those carrier pigeons, as you call them, they're just recording your every move. I'd watch out if I were you. So can you talk about Corner Office for a minute? So the idea for Corner Office was birthed last fall. Adele Ball and I had the idea that we really wanted a space that was a studio, gallery, and dance hall. And at first, for the longest time, it just seemed like a pipe dream, like it would never happen. But then actually a couple months after we came up with the idea, we found a space, and then, it was about 4 months after that we opened with our first group show, which was called Less Heady Conversations. So wait, rewind. Go back to the dance hall part? Can you talk more about that? What happened? We're waiting on the disco ball. Why do you need a disco ball? Well, a dance hall, it's not a dance hall unless there's a disco ball. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. Well, why don't we just dance right now? I have a mini disco ball, if that's what you need. Let's do it. Excuse me? Alright, so this is gonna be our last question. This has been so fun. I can't believe you're here in my studio right now, which is just my bedroom. Alright, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Well, my friend Charles and I have this elaborate scheme to buy a chateau in the south of France. You know, right now our timeline keeps shifting, but if that could happen within 10 years, yeah, that would be great. Charles is getting his PhD in philosophy, so, you know, once that's sorted out, we'll just be roommates in a chateau. Near the beach, ideally. Yeah, Saint-Tropez. Mm-hmm. You know, I imagine he'll spend most of the day philosophizing. I'll spend most of the day making art or tanning. And then in the evenings, we'll have poolside daiquiris, probably on a daily basis. That's all I have planned for right now. You know, check back with me in 2028. I would love to. That would be so fun. I would love to catch up with you in 2028. Let's do it.